What's going on, guys? Sam here. This is Mike. You can't see him yet because he's not talking. And we are going. This is This Week in Wrestling. Man, that was the worst opener I've ever done in my life. My gosh. This is This Week in Wrestling. This is episode 4. And man, this week, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm very disappointed with. You will find out why very shortly. But Mike, how you going, man? How's the week going? I see that there has been some differences in your YouTube career at the moment. You're not with the Unboxing Bros at the moment, and you're going to be opening something new apparently. But how you going, man? It's been a pretty big week for you, eh?
Boz, I'm going to give you an insight advantage and everybody watching right now. Tune into the Unboxing Bros tonight. Something really diabolical is happening with us. Steve has tried to take over my channel. That's all I want to say about that. But tune in tonight and see who actually takes over.
Oi, plot twist. This is going to be fun. This is going to be good to see. Anyway, guys, man, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into the first show of the week, and that was Raw. Coming off of Hell in a Cell, I thought it would have opened a lot better than what it did. It started off with Goldberg. I thought it would have started off with someone like Charlotte or Kevin Owens, but no, it started off with Goldberg, and my God, this segment was awful.
Horrible.
Like, it was so bad. We had Goldberg come out and he started ranting, and he wanted Brock Lesnar to come out. Then Paul Heyman came out and thought that Brock Lesnar may have came out and there might have been some action, but no, of course not. Later down the track, we get Rusev coming out, and he somehow gets involved, and I don't know what the point in that was. And then it goes to hit Goldberg. Now, you would have thought if Goldberg is coming back to main event Survivor Series with Brock Lesnar, he would be prepared in the ring, and he would have been doing some training.
Boz. You said main event Survivor Series?
Apparently, they're putting it in as the main event.
Oh, this is going to be a train wreck from hell.
Yes. Because they're promoting it at, like, they're wanting to promote the WWE 2K17. And by promoting that, they're going to put this in as the main event, because we know that there's not going to be a WWE World Title match, and we know that there's not going to be a Universal Title match, and there's not going to be a Women's Title match for either side. So the only title match we'll probably see. Oh, and there's not going to be even a tag team title match. There's no title matches. All it is the 5-on-5s. So I don't know how they're going to do it. I'm hoping that they have the men's 5-on-5 to main event, but it looks like it's going to be Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. Man, and for him not to be ready for this, it's absolutely stupid, and it's just going to make the whole pay-per-view an absolute flop. But what we saw was a Goldberg do an absolute botch. He tripped up before he even got Rusev into a jackhammer. Then he hoists him up for a jackhammer, and he doesn't even hold him up long enough for the jackhammer to even. It was just absolutely awful. And then he goes and spears floppy Heyman over Rusev's body, and it was not a good segment at all. And it's sort of really gotten me worried about Survivor Series. Survivor Series is one of the top 4 wrestling pay-per-views of the year, and they're going to main event it with a stupid match like this, and this is what I'm worried about. Mike, what are your thoughts on that first main event, or that first segment of the night?
Me and you talked a little bit off air. This right here I watched. I'll be honest with you. I'm not impressed. I'm not over. I don't care. I don't even want the match to happen. Yeah, I'm glad the nostalgia is there. I'm glad the pop is there for Goldberg for his sake. I mean, he must be broke. No offense. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not the only one who says that in my family. My dad said, "Wow, Goldberg must be broke." That's when he went back to wrestling. I don't know if that's true
Yeah.
or not. Don't care. Um, I'm glad he's doing it for all the wrong reasons. Again, of course, if that is the case. But it seems like he really don't care about the business because, like you said, if he did, he would actually been training outside the ring. And when he
Oh
got
yeah,
back to the
100%.
ring, it
See,
just
this
seems
is
like
this
he don't care.
this is the thing I don't like about part-time talent is that they care more about the only reason they're doing it is for more money, And then you look at talent like Dolph Ziggler and The Miz and people like that who are really like top talent. They go day and night, no matter what. Like John Cena, yeah, he's stepping back, but even when he comes back, he's still as good as what he was yesterday. You know what I mean? But you get talent like Brock Lesnar and Goldberg, and the only reason they're there is for the money, and that's for me is quite disappointing. Especially when it is such a when I love this sport so much, man. It sucks when you see someone doing it who hasn't got a real heart for it. But anyway, that's enough of that. We then go into a trick or street fight, and my goodness, I just sat there and basically was disappointed even more. The match was an absolute. It was chaos. It didn't have. There was no reason why they did a trick or street fight. All the other matches for the night were fine. This was just like it ended with Enzo Amore winning, right? But Big Cass put a big pumpkin on Gallows' head. That was quite entertaining. And then like it just was not like it was not a match I really wanted to see. Enzo Amore won that one. Then we go into the cruiserweight title match between TJ Perkins and Brian Kendrick. This match, these two have been doing some really good matches lately. Even though I know how me and you feel about Brian Kendrick, I'm glad he's having this last run with the title. I hope it ends sooner rather than later, because really I would like to see either TJ Perkins or Rich Swann take it. I would love to see that. But TJ Perkins won by countout. So Brian Kendrick just walks out the ring, like just lets him stay in the ring. Like it was absolutely ridiculous ending to a match. But at the same time, it's going on this thing with Brian Kendrick that, man, I'm playing mind games with you, buddy. And that's why I asked you to give me the match. And that's why, because I know that you've got a heart. Rah, 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 rah. So, what are your thoughts on this storyline at the moment, Mike? And also, if you saw the match between Enzo and Gallows, because I know that you didn't really see Raw this week. What were your thoughts on that?
I'm gonna be honest. I've been trying to catch Raw, but it's not on my must-to-do list right now. However, SmackDown, NXT, TNA, anything else is, because the only reason I say that, and it's no disrespect to anybody on Raw, it's to the fact that the only highlight of that show is the Universal title, who's winning the title, who holds the title, and Jericho, who is the man on the microphone and in the ring because he has it.
Yeah.
He just has it. And the whole cruiserweight thing, I got an email or an update basically from my email saying that 205 is coming to the WWE Network and it's going to showcase all the cruiserweights. Are they getting rid of it on Raw altogether?
I've got a feeling they may be, because the thing is, I don't think the cruiserweight title is that much of a big thing. I don't think they're getting as much of a great reception with the cruiserweights as what they were getting before. That's just a rumor that I've heard. But what you were saying about the I love the matches. I love it, but I don't know if their extent of it. I think they're getting really they're finding it hard to be able to use all the cruiserweight talent for the Monday night. And I'll tell you why in a minute, because you'll go, oh, you'll just spit it. Because what I'll tell next is basically just a stupid thing that happened. Like, it was silly.
Well, before you go any further, I'm gonna give you my thoughts on that whole thing, though, on the cruiserweight thing.
Yeah,
it's the cruiserweight title matches between TJP and BK. I call him Burger King instead of the Brian Kendrick because Burger King sounds a lot better. I really think that he needs to lose that title soon, like you said, like yesterday soon.
Definitely.
I mean, I would love for the fact. I like to see Tony Nese. I know you're a Rich Swann fan, and I am too. I love the guy. The guy is amazing in the ring because nobody can handle it. I mean, you just can't handle it. You just can't handle it, you know?
Yeah.
Because the man is good. But I like to see Tony Nese or the technician Drew Gulak, who I'm a big fan of, or someone of that caliber take over for the champion. Because look, I'm gonna be honest, BK, Brian Kendrick, Burger King, whatever you want to call him, he's good at what he does. He's good at promoting the younger talent and putting them over. But at the same time, he is a little lackadaisical in the ring. We've seen it. We and you both have seen it at Hell in a Cell.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's a good talent. Don't get me wrong. There is a place for him. I'm not discrediting him at all. I think he has a good role in the future of the WWE, but I don't see him as being the face of that division, only for one reason. His character is something to be desired.
Yeah, and it's hard to really grasp why WWE is going the way it's going with Brian Kendrick. But at the same time, you can see the point of why it's happening, because this is his last run. This is it. Like, this is his last ever run with the WWE. Will it end sooner rather than later? I think it will end at the next pay-per-view that SmackDown has, and that Raw has, and I don't think it's going to be Perkins that takes the title. I think it will be someone else.
I've heard rumors of
Neville. See, if Neville was to take the title, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. I would enjoy that. Neville, he's got great high-flying skills. And dude, the amount of work he's put into the WWE, he deserves something like that, man. So that would be great.
Great.
Yeah, it would be great to see. Anyway, running off track here.
Sorry.
No, that's fine, man. We then had the general manager, Mick Foley, talking to Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman wants to be on the Survivor Series team. So Mick Foley says, look, I'm not just going to put you on there because you're a big guy. Well, I've got a whole load of other people who want to be on the Survivor Series team as well. So we're going to do a battle royal to see who can join Chris Jericho, Owens, and
Seth Rollins.
No. It's Owens, Jericho, and Reigns on the team. Okay, he then comes out into the crowd. Owens and Jericho, like always, two of the best on the mic I have seen in a very long time, man. That was so funny, so in-depth. It was really good to see how they go over with the crowd. Man, Jericho tries to be a heel, but no one can boo Jericho. Come on, man. You got to cheer the bloke because he's such a good in-ring talent and he's so good on the mic. The list came out again. He put Mick Foley on the list. He put everyone else on the list. He said that the camera guy and no one in the place deserve to be on the list because they're not good enough to be on the list. And even though when you're on the list, you're bad to be on the list. So that must mean you're really, really crap if you don't deserve to be on the list. Oh man, I think I would literally like if I got put on the list, I would literally record it, stick it on my wall, or take a picture of it, stick it on my wall, and just like I'd be so proud of that moment, man. That would be such a good moment. They thought that Seth Rollins.
Bozzy, get a little off track here for a second, buddy. I want to tell you something funny. Kelly Weir, man, my buddy, did a little trading last week.
Yeah, where is Kelly Weir today? He's not even watching. I don't know, man. No one's watching
this. Is what he should. Oh, is he watching this? Okay, good.
No, I don't think he is.
Well, he will be hopefully. But anyway, me and him were talking, and he follows Jericho and Owens on Twitter, and he told Jericho to block him like all the rest of them, and put him on the list. So Jericho blocked him and put him on the list.
Really? That's so good.
And then he told Kevin Owens, he said, "Will you tell Jericho to unblock me?" And Kevin replied to him, "Well, I guess you deserved it."
That's so good. That's so good.
It's like their persona, dude, is just off the charts. Great, man.
And the best thing about it, man, is they stay in character no matter what. So it'll be great.
That's awesome.
I'm not going to spoil anything, but we may have some great talent on here soon. I'm hoping we get some people joining us, hopefully before Christmas, because I see this show going on for for a while. This show is going to be big, and
it's going to be big. It's going to be big. We're going to take over the law. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah, man, that's it.
Come for you, Meltzer.
Anyway, Roman Reigns comes out, right? And he gets on the mic, and I was just like, oh my God, like, what are you doing, Roman?
Like, suffering, succotash.
Oh man, like it wasn't good at all. Then we get into the Battle Royal. Basically, everyone gets thrown out. Sheamus and Cesaro appear to be right butting heads. Like, they were working together. Then Sheamus threw Cesaro out. And then, oh, man, it was so... And then they brawled outside the ring for a bit and screamed and hollered. But that whole connection is great. I think it's fantastic. But the winner of the... match. I actually thought Sami Zayn was going to...
I do know the winner of this match because I did not spoil it, but I did watch this. It was Braun Strowman.
Yeah. I thought Sami Zayn may have won it because he had Braun Strowman teetering on the ropes. But then Braun just showed his muscles again, and we all knew that it was going to happen that way anyway. So yeah, props to Braun Strowman for winning that one. And then we see the New Day basically saying, now, this is something I was quite interested in, okay? And this sort of shows that they are going down the lines of beating Domination's record, right? They were talking about the whole record in itself and how they aren't that they're closing in on the record of being the longest WWE World Tag Team Champions, you know. So it's going to be quite interesting to see if they actually lose the titles. But those guys, man, they've got such a great chemistry and they've had such a great chemistry for as long as they've been the champions. And I'm really stoked that they're getting a chance to head up the tag team match for Raw, tag team side for Raw for Survivor Series. Anyway, and then you're going to slap yourself in the face with this one. Remember the kickoff for Hell in a Cell? We had Lince Dorado. We had Rich Swann and Cedric Sin Cara and Cedric Alexander versus Nice, Daivari, and Dulac. They basically did that same match on Raw, except they swapped out Sin Cara for Rich Swann. Ended exactly the same, except Rich Swann pinned. Except that Rich Swann pinned Nice. So this sort of shows that they're going down that line of giving Rich Swann the title, which I'm after seeing Nice perform the last 2 times he's performed, I sort of want him to win the title now. But at the same time, I think Rich Swann is going to have the shot first because he has been getting publicized a lot more than what Nice has been getting publicized. Anyway, going through that.
But I'll tell you this too. Hold on one second, Boz. I think that if they go good this way and they don't have one feud in the cruiserweight title, they need to have more feuds within the cruiserweight division. Tony Nese versus Rich Swann, #1 contendership will be amazing, man. They don't have a best of 3 or best of 7.
They have to do one like get a new #1 contender for the title. I think that would put Rich Swann over just because of the way that he's being publicized. But at the same time, I would love to see Nice win it, man. He is such a great performer, and I really want to see that happen. Anyway, and then we get Miss Charlotte come out to the ring. Now, she is, if I do say so myself, the best female wrestler in WWE at the moment. Now, hear me out here, right? The reason I'm saying that, 1, she has had 3 title runs in the last year. Right? She has not lost a pay-per-view for 13 pay-per-views in a row. So since she's debuted on Raw, she's won every single pay-per-view. And every single pay-per-view has been for the title except for 1. And I just think that she will go down in history in the same limelight as what Trish Stratus and Lita. I do think that. Mike, you've got your own opinion, and I'll let you have your say soon. But she comes out and she starts talking about how she won the title and that Sasha Banks has got nothing on her and that she's the team captain for the Women's Survivor Series team. She starts warning Nikki Bella, who's the captain of the Survivor Series team. And then Bayley comes out. And she basically says, look, Charlotte, I want your title. I want it. I want to go for your title. But first, I want to be on the Survivor Series. I want your title. And she goes, I'm also on your team. And then Charlotte goes, well, I want to see if you want my title. I want to see if you can, because our team is only going to be as strong as our weakest link. So I'm going to put you in a match right now. And you're going to verse Nia Jax. The match was pretty good. I enjoyed the match. Back and forth, a few botches, but hey, Nia Jax does botch a bit. But the match was pretty good and Nia Jax won in the end. What did you see this match? What are your thoughts on it all? And where do you think the the women's division is going?
I didn't get to watch the match. I did hear about the outcome of that match, and then Charlotte put Nia Jax on the team. The bad part about this is they're jobbing Bayley to a less defined and a way less talent in Nia Jax. They ain't taking nothing away from Nia Jax. Don't get me wrong. She could be very well done or very well over later on in her career. Right now is not her time to be over. Yeah, I understand she's a big woman, just like Amazing Kong was, and because I don't want to say Awesome Kong because that's what she is now. And I wouldn't say as glorified as the Glamazon, which everybody loved the Glamazon.
Yeah.
But at the same token, she has a place in the WWE, and it isn't taking out Bayley like she did. Bayley, in my opinion, is the epitome of women's wrestling on WWE. Now, don't get me wrong. Charlotte is strong, bro. I mean, I love the way she wrestles. I mean, same token, she is. Oh, what is this?
Oh, my phone just went off. Sorry.
Oh, okay. But no, I believe that Nia Jax is below both Charlotte and Bayley and Sasha and a bunch of other people as well.
Yeah.
But at the same
I
time,
don't think she'd be getting pushed the way that she's been getting pushed. And that basically is just because, like, I see her more as a stepping stone to the title. I see her as a stepping stone to the title for people to run through to get to the title. Do I see her holding the title? Nia Jax.
Oh yeah, she's. I don't see her holding the title.
Do I see her holding the title? No. Do I think she will hold the title? Yes. I don't see her as a champion. No. Do I think WWE sees her as a champion? Yes. It's very like WWE will put whoever they want in as champion, and that's the problem I see with booking at the moment is that they're not listening to the crowd. They're not seeing how their wrestlers are. They're not seeing the potential of wrestlers that are in the back. They're just basically focusing on the people that Vince McMahon likes, and that to me is wrong. Not on. It's wrong in two ways. It's wrong one for the wrestlers, and it's wrong one for the fans, because the fans want to see people holding the title. They want to see their favorites holding the title. The problem is that Vince McMahon has his favorites, and his favorites will hold the title. Look at Roman Reigns. He held the title. He's a 3-time WWE champion, and the bloody guy is getting booed out of house and home. And it's been that way. It's been that way since the Shield split.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this too, Boz. I mean, you gotta go in consideration of where Raw is the flagship program, or was the flagship program of the WWE. Now, the tide has changed, man. It's the Blue Squad up front now. But going back to what I was saying, like I said, Bayley to me is a little bit above Charlotte, but they're using her as a stepping stone, and it's not right to me. I think she's the Bret Hart of the women's division.
Oh, she is phenomenal, man. Like I like Bret Hart was up there. Charlotte's up there. Like, she is the place where people need to go. It's not Nikki Bella, and a lot of people think it is. No, that's not who you try and shoot for. You don't try and shoot for someone who has to be in every single flippin' TV show so she can get her name out there. It isn't the only reason she's doing that, and it's because Alexa Bliss was totally right in this. The only reason she is where she is because of John Cena. And
I agree.
Honestly, that's the only reason, because as soon as her and John Cena started dating, she won the title. And then she was the longest women's champion.
Which is garbage.
That to me is favoritism, to be honest, 100%.
Well, you got to consider this too, man. Like me and you were talking about this women's division. We can go on all night about this division, honestly, because you like Charlotte. Me, I like Bailey. I think Bailey is better, only for one reason and one reason only. She is diversive. She can do
Yeah.
anything. Charlotte, on the other hand, is more technical, and she is the Bret Hart. Well, no, actually, Bailey's more of a Bret Hart without all the flim flam and the submission holds.
Yeah.
But Charlotte is Bret Hart with the submission holds. So you have basically those two right there should be the women's division. But on the other flip side, like you were talking about, everybody's trying to be Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella has two things going for her: her boobs, and she's dating John Cena. That's
100%. Sorry, man.
Say that. I understand, and I'm not trying to be a sexist on that by saying that. But every time she comes to the ring, she rips off her shirt and she throws her chest out. Like people get sick and tired of seeing that. All you're doing is downplaying women, and you're making them look sexy on TV. I agree with that in a certain standard, but wrestling is not that format unless you just want to be in the WSU. No offense, CZW. If you want to be in the WSU, then do that. But you're in the WWE. Take time. Take it. Take pride in your craftsmanship. Make yourself short.
That's 100%.
Do it all to the
That's 100%, man.
Let's move forward.
Yeah, let's move forward. Otherwise, we're going to be on that all night.
Hey, you want to hear something funny? Steven just hit me up. He said, "Bro, I think he's watching us. I really do." So if Funko Steve is out there, it's on, bro.
Oh, we just. I'm not getting involved in this, man. I love you, Steve. I love you, Mike. But seriously, your war is a war.
Hey, Bozzy.
Yeah,
it's all in fun. It's all unfunded. I promise you. I promise you. He knows it. He knows it. We've already talked. I haven't informed anybody, but this is a work. In other words, so continue.
All right. We then had a match between Cesaro and Sheamus versus the Shining Stars. Sheamus Cesaro won, but the antics between these guys just keeps going. It's so good to watch. But I just hope that they work something out. Then we had a United States title match between Chris Jericho versus Roman Reigns.
That was the main event.
Yeah, it was the main event. And to be honest with you, I thought it was okay.
It was decent.
Only reason I'll say it was okay was because it's Chris Jericho and I love his antics. Seriously, man, he's my favorite wrestler of all time.
And the fact that Owens was out there made it even better.
Like those two, you can get Chris Jericho to wrestle with a broom and he would still make that broom look so good. Like
that broom just did a DDT. That broom just did a DDT.
Jericho made Roman Reigns look good. And
he looked strong. I agree with that. I agree with that 1,000%.
It was. Then after the bell, Jericho and Owens continued their beatdown on Roman Reigns. All of a sudden, you hear Seth Rollins' music. He runs out, right? He runs out, and there's a stare down. But it's not like a stare down as is in, I'm going to bash you stare down. It's a stare down as in where there's respect. And then you hear the whole crowd going, "We want Shield. We want Shield. We want Shield." And seriously, I would love to see a Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns team.
I
would love to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. I like to see it for one night only. I like to see it for one night only. But
I don't know.
Don't go nowhere. I gotta answer. This thing. Steve has just hit me up on Facebook. Hold on one second, man. Hold on.
No problem, Sam. I'm still on. I'm going to get right into the SmackDown show for the week. And guys, SmackDown this week wasn't too bad. I was quite impressed with SmackDown. And can I just quickly apologize to anyone who is watching? It is all over the place. We weren't on last week because of things that were going on in my life and also that were going on in Mike's life, and it's just starting to get better. So I do apologize for the way that it keeps chopping and changing at the moment, but we're just starting to get into a routine. So hopefully it will get better soon. Please keep watching, because now we are going to be talking about SmackDown, and SmackDown opened up with Mr. Dean Ambrose coming out to the ring. Oh, no. Ellsworth came out to the ring and basically wanted to apologize to Dean. Dean says, look, you don't need to apologize to me. And this ended with AJ Styles coming out. And then AJ Styles had words with Dean Ambrose. Ellsworth got into the middle of them both. And then basically AJ pushed Ellsworth into Dean Ambrose. And this would then cause later down the track Daniel Bryan saying that if Ellsworth steps and goes out to ringside while Dean Ambrose and AJ Styles are wrestling, he'll be in trouble.
Hey, before we go any further, hold on, before we go any further with this, I have to say one thing on this and one thing only.
Yeah.
Who is James Ellsworth, man? That's the greatest thing ever. He came from nowhere. He's a nobody. He is a jobber from wherever, JAPW, I think, or wherever he's from. And he is taking SmackDown by storm. And I am loving this, dude. I am loving it. But continue. I'm sorry for interrupting.
See, now a bit on Ellsworth, right? Ellsworth isn't a person who has just popped out of nowhere. He's actually been with WWE for a little while as an extra. Mm-hmm. So he was an extra in a few of the scenes. But dude, that t-shirt, man, he looks like E.T. Like literally, he looks like E.T.
No chin music.
And that's
no chin music.
No chin music, and oh my goodness, it was just hey, it's phenomenal to see how everyone's just loving on him at the moment, which is really, really cool.
Great. I'm digging him, dude. I love the fact that the main eventers on SmackDown are actually giving this man a spotlight. That's more better for me.
That's the best thing about it, I reckon, is that he's actually getting, like, he's getting love from Chris Jericho. Everyone texts him and makes sure that he's doing all right. Gives him tips. So it's really really cool. Anyway, I'm not going to go off on a tangent. We've been going off too many of them lately.
Sorry. It's my fault, man. It's my fault.
Kane versus Randy Orton in an ODQ match.
Which was great.
Which was fantastic. I thought the match was awesome. I really, really enjoyed the match. It really, like, me watching SmackDown, I was like, far out. SmackDown is the #1 brand at the moment. Like, other than their last pay-per-view, SmackDown has been hitting it on the head. They may not be seeing the ratings, but they're definitely seeing great matches, great quality matches, which is awesome. Anyway, this match ended with the Wyatts interfering on the match, right? And Kane's holding Wyatt by the throat, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, RKO, right? But then you would have thought that Randy Orton wouldn't do anything else with the Wyatts. He would just go out the ring. That would be it. But my goodness, man, we've got Orton on the Wyatt side now, which is like, in two ways, it could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing. Bad thing is that it could ruin Randy Orton forever, make it even worse for him. Or it could just launch him into a whole new catapult. Like, he could become this sadistic Orton of 2009 again, which would be just awesome. Or even get even better than that. There was a backstage segment where Orton and Wyatt and Harper are all in the back, and he goes, I've always had the Satan's voice speaking to me. And then his eyes went weird and stuff. Man,
they sparkled gold.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see what happens in this storyline. I hope it's not just a joke on joke. I hope that he actually is a Wyatt. And if he is a Wyatt, they're going to be unstoppable, I see. What are your thoughts on the match? What are your thoughts on the whole issue?
My thing is, I'm not a fan of Randy Orton. I am a fan of the Wyatts. I do agree, because Rowan's out right now. Have Randy Orton join the Wyatts until at least Owen gets better. Or even better yet, bring Strowman over from Raw to the feud. You know, that would be even cool. I wouldn't be mad at all. But at the same token, you got Randy Orton in the fold now. Don't do like they did with Daniel Bryan back in 2012, whenever he joined the Wyatts and then turned on them. Don't do that.
Yeah,
don't do that.
They can't do that. They shouldn't do that. That was Daniel Bryan's thing. That was what Daniel Bryan did. 3 weeks with the Wyatts, and then he swapped. If they're going to do this, go all in, or don't do it at all.
I agree.
Put Orton with the Wyatts for a long period of time, and then get him to turn.
I would agree with that.
I think that's going. Honestly, I think this storyline is going great. I have really enjoyed it, and I think it's just going to get better and better and better. Anyway,
right.
We then have Becky Lynch and Nikki Bella versus Carmella and Alexa Bliss. Very quick match, horrible match. It ended with Carmella and Alexa Bliss winning, and it actually ended with Bliss getting Becky Lynch after Carmella distracted the referee. And to me, oh man, it just was pointless. It really was a pointless match. Like, there was no reason why that match even should have been like that. I don't like the feud between Carmella and Nikki Bella. Anyway, what are your thoughts? I'm going to stop talking, otherwise I'm going to blow my head off. You know.
Okay. Well, I thought the match sucked. No offense. I'm sorry for my language. I think it was a horrible match. It had no bearing whatsoever on anything. But the segment that followed that match, whenever they got on the microphone and started calling out the people on Raw, Charlotte, I can't believe Carmella actually called out Charlotte.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
That was horrible, horrible, horrible. But Alexa, man, she was good on the microphone. She was really good on the microphone.
Dude, she is great on the microphone. Like, dude, if I do say so myself, man.
And she's even good in the ring, you know. I mean, she has in-ring work. She has great mic skills. She is the total package. They don't want to push her, from what I understand, is because of her height. Dude, you don't need to push that little lady. She's going to break all kinds of walls and ceilings and glass doors and whatever else you want to put in front of her. I mean, look at NXT. Yeah. Everybody overlooked her. Then she came out as all pretty and fairy dusty and blowing glitter in the audience. And everybody's like, okay, she's cute. What can she do? And nobody was really impressed with her in-ring work until
she's come out with this Harley Quinn character.
Man, dude, she has twisted Bliss now. She is amazing.
Oh, dude, she is crazy.
And hot.
Yeah, and no, I'm not going to say that.
Well, I can get away with it. It's okay. She's hot. She is a very good-looking woman. I would say that. She's a very good-looking woman. How about that?
She is. She is a very good-looking woman. but my wife's better.
But let's get,
I'm just gonna say. Let's get on with things.
Smart man. I love you, Bozzy.
It's getting
smart
off.
Man. Yeah.
Then we get
keep going.
a Survivor Series qualifying match for the tag team, and it was between the Spirit Squad and American Alpha. My goodness, what a poor match. It was disgusting. It really made American Alpha look bad when American Alpha are just such a fantastic team. American Alpha did win, so they will be going into Survivor Series, and I hope that they do us proud. I hope that things go well.
Jason Jordan and Chad Gable.
Yeah, I love those guys, man. They're one of my favorite tag teams.
My
favorite tag team isn't actually in WWE at the moment. They're on NXT. That is TM61.
Hey, speaking of them, before you go any further, congrats to them making the second round.
Oh, dude, so proud of those guys, man. They are awesome. Then we have Intercontinental title match. Then we had Daniel Bryan come out and talk to The Miz. And The Miz got so stroppy that he was not on Survivor Series. But you can see that. It was such a great segment. It was such a great segment. And Daniel Bryan even put in a few good words in there and said, look, because you can't wrestle Dolph Ziggler because you're a chicken, why don't you go and sit down at the announcer's desk and we're going to do an open match. Dolph Ziggler's going to come out and he's going to fight whoever wants to fight him because he's a fighting champion. Really putting it into the Miz's face, eh? So hopefully they put that match, like they make a match where it's Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz for the Intercontinental title, and then they put that match as the main event for Survivor Series. That would be good to see. I would really enjoy that, especially if they put on a match like they put on at No Mercy, man. That match was A-class, and I really, really enjoyed it. Anyway, we get to this match, and then Kurt Hawkins comes out, right? Out of nowhere, Kurt Hawkins comes out, and basically just gets one big super kick, and that was it. That was match done, man. It was just like, it was so funny. It was entertaining.
It was very entertaining. He come out saying, "Thank you, Atlantic City." They weren't even in Atlantic City. They were in New Jersey, yes. Then he goes, "I'm going to make my debut." And he didn't even call it debut. He called it the debut. And it was like, oh, God, this guy's going to get killed. And I knew he was going to get destroyed, but I didn't expect him to go that quick. I was like, nah, they just let him get, okay. And then I died laughing. And then Dolph Ziggler gets on the microphone and proceeds to go ahead and just dig that hole between him and The Miz even deeper, man. It's just like,
dude, and this was what shocked me, man. This is what shocked me. He goes, "I issue anyone on Raw to challenge me for my title at Survivor Series." So he's just gone, "Miz, stuff it in your face, mate. I'm not versing you again for this title. I'm gonna verse someone from Raw, and if they win the title, they take the Intercontinental title to Raw." Miz, man, his face, bro, it was classic. It was all-time great. I really enjoyed it. That whole segment between.
I mean, this right here is going a little tangent, and a little bit of a fanboy of the WWE in me. I really would love to see Cesaro actually take the title to Raw and put it in Sheamus's face and say, "I don't need you anymore."
Dude,
be the greatest
dude, if that happens, my gosh, dude, my
dude, that'll
gosh.
be the greatest thing
But
ever,
the thing is, no, but listen to this, right? What if Cesaro wins the title, Intercontinental title, right? Comes over to SmackDown. Dude, That would be classic. That would be so good. I can't wait to see who accepts the challenge, eh? I cannot wait. Anyway, so because there's been rumors of Cesaro going over to SmackDown for ages, man. This would be the best opportunity for him to jump ship and go over. If he wins that title, he can come over to SmackDown. I'll be happy to see him in SmackDown for sure.
And they seen Kalisto packing back to Raw.
Yes. To the cruiserweights, because
I agree.
It's pointless.
Thank you.
Then we get a qualifying match, another qualifying match for the tag team titles. We see the Headbangers again. This is the second time in 6 months we've seen the Headbangers, and they versus the Usos. The match was very quick, a little bit botchy, but it did look good. I could see a few things wrong with it, but other than that, it was pretty good. And the Usos won. So we got the Usos, we got Team Alpha, we got the New Day, and we're going to have another 2 teams that will be on that side. We then
don't forget Heath Slater and Rhino.
No, they're on. Oh yeah, Heath Slater and Rhino. Sorry, no, New Day is on the other side. They're versing the New Day, so it's Heath Slater and Rhino, Team Alpha, the Hype Bros, the Usos, and there's going to be one more team. And then we see Dean Ambrose versus AJ Styles for the #1 contendership. This match was great. I absolutely enjoyed the match. It was entertaining. We see Ellsworth come out halfway through the match, get thrown over the table, and that causes AJ Styles to lose the match. And we now have, for sure, a new
#1 contender.
#1 contender, which is Dean Ambrose. And that match will be at TLC, which is SmackDown's next exclusive pay-per-view, which I'm very much looking forward to. I hope they put that match as a TLC match, which will be great to watch.
I think there'll be 3 TLC matches, in my opinion, because you'll have Rhino and Heath Slater taking on either the Usos or one of the other 4 teams that I think should be there. I don't think the Usos should go after it anymore. I think American Alpha will be a great #1 contendership for the.
I seriously, I want American Alpha to take the titles off of the Beast and Beauty.
Yes,
you know, Beauty and the Beast. I really want that.
The Beauty and the Man Beast. Yes.
Yeah, I really
love it, man. I really do. I really do love that fact. And then you'll have maybe another TLC match will be The Miz versus Ziggler.
Yeah.
But I don't think. Let me rephrase that. I hope it's Cesaro versus Ziggler.
Yeah. 100%, man. 100%. I don't think it will happen. If it does happen, the best decision WWE has ever made.
Ever.
It won't. I don't think it will happen though. Which is quite disappointing because Cesaro deserves it, man. Cesaro really, really does deserve it. And
yeah. I just got a notification, Bozzy, that Funko Steve has arrived. Is there truth to this? Is there truth to this in that chat room?
There is
truth. Oh God, it's on, brother. Tonight at midnight, your house. Game on.
The
gauntlet has been laid.
The challenge has been set. Oh, I think that's great. Anyway,
so everybody that's here now is tuning in.
Yes, it's just tuning into a whole load of crap.
Oh,
my
really?
goodness. Yeah, at the moment, this show has been like, I don't even know where we are now.
SmackDown. I've NWO'd your show, man. I am so sorry.
Oh, dude. It's our show, man. It's not just my show. You are my co-host, so it's not just my show. It's our show. But SmackDown, what were your ratings for Raw this week?
I didn't watch it, so I'll give it a. What I did see of it, the main event was a good main event. The botchy at the first beginning, and I did like the fact they put Strowman over in the Battle Royal. He needed that strong showmanship, so I will give that a 5.5 out of 10.
I would give it about 7. Just because I did see the whole show, I did see that they did do a pretty good show. Coming off of Hell in a Cell. I really did not like the botch, and I really did not like a few other things in there. But other than that, I do put it as a 7. Then we see what about SmackDown? I actually rank SmackDown with about an 8.5, 9. What about yourself? I do about 8.5. Actually, sorry, 8.5.
I'm gonna have to go a little bit lower than you this week, man. I'm gonna hit it around about 7.5, man. Only due to the fact. The reason I wouldn't rate it an 8 is because I have a throwback. I have a love for the headbangers. I really do. However, they did not look as strong. They look better than the Spirit Squad. They did not look as strong in their match. However, the Spirit Squad looked like crap in their match. No offense to American Alpha.
The Spirit Squad can't wrestle, man. They can't. They're there for. They're there to be jobbers. Kenny's good. Nikki isn't. Nikki, whatever his name is, he isn't. Well, I don't like.
Is Dolph Ziggler? You know that, right?
Yeah, Nikki. It's Nikki then.
Yeah, and well, let's go without saying though. I mean, Kenny is great, and that's the only saving grace on that whole match. Period. Was that suplex that Kenny did, which was amazing on Chad Gable.
Yeah,
but. The headbangers looked impressive. They handled the onslaught early on the Usos, and then they continued to make the match look better and better and better. My only throwback on that whole situation, I only rated it a 7.5 and not an 8. I didn't see Ellsworth enough, man. I wanted to see the man more, man. Bring me Ellsworth, man. I want to see the man more.
I give it about 7.5, 8. Just because
I need to see more, man. He's in the main events. I need to see. I need to believe, man. I'm a believer. Make me believe more.
Yeah, that's it. Anyway, we then get into NXT for this week, and we got some.
I did.
Second round Dusty Rhodes. I did watch one match. And I will talk about that quickly. It was supposed to be Austin Aries and Roderick Strong versus TM61. The hometown legends, Shane Thorne and oh my goodness, I've forgotten his name. Shane Thorne.
It's Shane. It's something
so bad.
Man, they're going to come after you, man. You train.
I just know them as TM61, man. I just know them as TM61.
But have you noticed they're using their old thing, Real Men Don't Kneel? Have you been noticing they've been using that on NXT?
Oh, the Mighty Don't Kneel?
Yeah, the Mighty Don't Kneel. Yeah. They've been using that.
Yeah.
I was like,
I would be keen for them to come out as TMDK, man. That would be awesome. But in saying that, it was so. Austin Aries was saying that he can't wrestle because of his eye, which is true. He medically could not wrestle because he couldn't see properly. So Regal put a match between Shane Thorne and Roderick Strong, and the match was pretty good. I enjoyed the match. It was the only match I saw for the whole thing. We did have it's Miller, Thorne and Miller. Yep, Thorne and Miller. The match was pretty good, and TM61 won. So we are now in the semifinals, which is awesome, which is great. I think that's just. I would love to see TM61 win the whole thing. I would really love that. Do I think it's going to happen?
No.
Possibly.
What?
It could possibly happen.
I don't see it happening for two reasons. You still have Insanity. You still have the Authors of Pain.
Yeah.
I'm spoiling this a little ahead of time. I know. But you still have those two teams to deal with. Now the other team I'm not going to spoil because I don't remember who won. That's the only reason I'm not going to spoil. I don't remember who won.
Well, you got DIY who are already in because the Revival forfeited.
That's right. That's what happened. The DIY and the Revival. That happened.
Yeah.
And so DIY is in. So there's your four teams. I do think that TM61 can beat DIY. I don't think they're going to win the main event, however, taking on Insanity or Authors of Pain. Now, if they put the Insanity or Authors of Pain against TM61, I feel for TM61 because they're going to make that team the better team. Now, I think one of those two teams will lose in the Final Four. I think it will be Authors of Pain because of the fact of who they are. I think they will lose the DIY. And then you have Team Insanity versus DIY and Team Insanity winning because they're the new faction of NXT and are taking over. And I love it.
Oh, I love Eric Young in NXT, man. Yes. Like that was the best decision WWE has ever made, man. Is signing DIY, man.
And they keep him off TV forever.
Oh, dude, I've been waiting for his debut, and his debut was just insane, man. It was so good. In saying that, I think this is how it's going to happen, right? I think it's going to be Sanity versus the Brothers of the
Authors of Pain.
The Authors of Pain, and then it's going to be TM61 versus DIY. TM61 will win, Sanity will win, and then Sanity will win the whole thing.
Yeah, I picture that happening at the takeover. I'm gonna tell you what I'm more psyched over though, and most people think this is crazy for me to be psyched over this. I want to see the Bobby Roode freaking Perfect 10 match. That's gonna be my event.
Dude, I cannot wait for that. Dude, we've got this in the next 2 weeks. We've got so much to talk about because 1, we got our predictions for Takeover. 2, we got our predictions for Survivor Series. 3, we've got 2 more weeks of this week in wrestling before Survivor Series even happens. So, man, we're full up. It's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited. TNA. How did TNA go? I didn't get to watch TNA this week.
Holy crap.
But I'm going to give you the floor. I will put my thing in every now and then. But dude, go ahead and tell us a bit about TNA. I'm going to go and get a drink of water because I'm thirsty.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Well, tonight I missed the very first 30 minutes of TNA, and right now it would still be on, I think. It just ended. I apologize. In about 20 minutes ago. However, I caught it right before the Team Ultimate X or Ultimate X Gold or whatever it was. Good match. Decent. Spot fest. Bobby Lashley, they're talking about Eddie Edwards' reign to come in to take over Bobby Lashley again tonight. That was pretty cool. I mean, they were showing the lead up to him winning his very first X Division title, his very first singles title without Davey Richards. Cool. I'm not impressed yet, but I liked it. Then you had the worst match of the evening, in my opinion, was Mizdow or wherever he's going by now. I think it's Eric something or Rhett something.
Aaron Rex.
Aaron Rex. Yeah, there we go. Taking on Jesse Goddard. Terrible match. 3rd round. It was garbage. I don't care about that title. The title looks cool. It's garbage. Then you had who else came out there? That was like, yeah. Oh, the next thing was the Tribunal against the Hardys. Now,
how did that match go? Because man, this Matt Hardy. I'm just going to say something quickly about Matt Hardy. And to be honest, I am so stoked by how smart Matt Hardy is. He is just an absolute legend, man. Coming up with this broken Matt Hardy thing, like, it is just awesome. I really enjoy it. I don't know much about the Tribunal, but honestly, I do. How did the match go? Because I would love to see Matt Hardy and Jeff hold that title a little bit longer.
well, I'm going to tell you what happened. The match wasn't even a match. Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy came out to their music. The obsolete. So,
Oh, dude, that is so good. I really enjoy that.
And they
as well.
got in the middle of the ring, and Matt Hardy proceeds to start talking, which is awesome. And then he said,
Yeah.
3 businessmen came to the ring last week wearing masks. And they had the audacity to point at the 2 best tag team superstars to ever tag team. Me, the broken Matt Hardy, and my brother Nero. And everybody started chanting Brother Nero, which was awesome. Then he said, businessmen with masks, I summon you to the ring. And then everything went black. And you see a clock going around, and boom. And then they show up, and the whole screen is blue, and you see 3 figures standing behind them. And then you hear, 3 businessmen with masks. I knew you'd come. And then they beat the crap out of the Hardys, dude. I mean, they beat the living dog crap out of them from pillar to post inside that ring and left them and were leaving. One of the guys held the title and looked at it. And then he drops it and it proceeds to leave the ring. Well, Jeff Hardy, rolls over to the microphone and he screams, is that all you got? Hold it right there. Pump those brakes. Get in this ring if you want to fight. We're here to kick your ass. And then he jumped in the ring, and the Hardys decided to beat the crap out of them. Well, then it was a 2-on-2 match with one of the guys hanging out on the outside. I'm going to give you a play-by-play a little bit, not too much. I'm going to get a little bit faster, a little bit quicker. Here we go. Then you have the Hardys taking the advantage. They're about to win the match, and all of a sudden the other guy comes in from the outside, and he proceeds to interfere in the match, and then Earl Hebner rings the bell. And then they battle outside, and it was a disqualification. So they battle out to the ring. They go out in the crowd. They go out in the back of the studio. Well, one of the guys stays in the ring, and he looks dead at Earl Hebner in the face, and he just looks at him. And he shoves him. He shoves him, dude, like a legit shove. That old man can't take that crap. He's like 80. So Earl Hebner falls on his back and starts holding his chest because I think he killed the poor man because the dude's old. I love Earl Hebner though. Yeah. But anyway, proceeded on to the backstage antics. Jeff Hardy is beating the crap out of one of them. Matt Hardy's beating the crap out of the other guy, and vice versa. And then the other guy proceeds to come to the back to aid the other 2 guys. Well, I'm going to try to speed up a little bit quick. Here we go right now. All right, so whenever Matt Hardy is on top of the other guy, he gets on top of the forklift, and he tells the guy, run him over with the forklift. Run him over. So they proceed to catch the guy, and he beats the crap out of him, slamming his head into the pallets on top of the forklift. They get on top of the forklift 20 feet in the air. So, boom, they're going to switch over to Jeff Hardy now. Jeff Hardy gets hit in the nuts.
Yeah.
Okay? Boom, boom, in the nutsock. So, rewind a little bit before they get all the way 20 feet in the air. Matt Hardy goes, oh, Brother Nero, how can I help you? I had the solution. So there's this big blue tub that says Lake of Rejuvenation.
Yeah. Oh no.
He dumps it on Jeff Hardy, and Jeff Hardy has that weird, ugly-looking TNA belt with his face on it.
Oh man, yes.
He beats the crap out of a guy. And then he takes a cigarette and he
really
hold on.
He actually took the cigarette
and he puffed it. Yes, twice.
Oh, bro.
Dude, and dude. And then he considered to completely get his butt kicked by the other guy. So fast forward a little bit. We're going to catch back up to Matt Hardy's 20 feet on top of the air, on top of the forklift. He reaches down, grabs the guy's mask off, and holds it above his head and looks down. The guy's still wearing a mask, and he goes, ha, 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 ha. And the guy pushes him off. Matt Hardy falls, slow motion style, all the way to the ground. Boom. So then it fast forwards, and Jeff Hardy runs over and grabs Matt. And he goes, Matt, are you okay? Do you know who you are? And he goes, of course I do. But who are you?
Oh.
And I proceeded to watch a little bit longer. And there was a match about to happen where me and you got on this. I forgot who was coming to the ring. Oh, yeah, that's right. EC3 was like on the microphone doing some stupid stuff.
All right, man.
He was calling out Eli Drake.
Oh, man. I don't like Eli Drake.
Dummy, yeah. I like Eli, dude. He's hilarious.
Oh.
But, yeah, I didn't get to watch any of the rest of it because me and you got on the phone and we started doing the Google Hangout thing, and I'm outside, as you can tell.
Fine, my brother.
But yeah, dude, you're good.
Wrestling has been pretty blasé this week, to be honest. Few things that have been happening over this side of the woods. We've got EPW. They've got their show Reawakening happening. I think on the 19th of this month, which would be good to see. It's the night before Survivor Series. And dude, it's just been a pretty crazy week of wrestling. Sorry to everyone who missed this week in wrestling last week. We're actually 1 week behind. But
it's Bozzy's
that
fault,
happens sometimes. It was my fault. I was working and sleeping and
And I will take the blame for it as well, because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch wrestling that much last week. I'll be honest on that one. So you can put me in the heart with that one too, Boz.
Anything to promote, buddy? I know you want to promote your show for tonight because there's going to be some
someone's getting hurt. Someone's going to the hospital. Someone's going to the hospital tonight now, and his name is Funko Steve, man. He's going to the hospital.
Awesome. Steve, I hope you can hear that. Yeah. For myself, nothing much is happening. I'm going to be getting back into my challenges, and I'm going to be getting back into vlogs of some sort. It's been all over the place at the moment because of work and because of things that have been happening. And I'm really making this channel now more of like a wrestling channel. But yeah, I love you guys all to death. Don't forget to subscribe for more content. Twitter and Instagram links are all in the description. Give us a thumbs up, please. Give us a thumbs up. And don't forget, guys, like always,
do not go nowhere. Do not say that. Do not say that, Bozzy. Do not say that yet. I have one more thing to say, brother.
Okay.
And this right here will be the final thing we say this evening before he cuts us off with that great catchphrase of all time. If you're going to watch us tonight, I'm going to let you all know in a little secret. There's going to be a lot of blood. Someone's going to scream. I'm probably going to be arrested. Steve will probably go to the hospital. But that's neither here nor there. That's at midnight tonight, Central Standard Time, in the Central Time Zone of Mobile, Alabama. Call your local police department. Call your local hospitals. It's going to be a brutal bloodbath. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to say this too. Me and Bozzy were talking about trying to get some people on here. We're going to try to get some people on here. I'm going to talk to some local indie people here in Mobile. I'm going to try to get Bullet Bob to come on here and actually talk with us about the golden days of wrestling and see what he has to say about the new take on the WWE and the stake of wrestling in general. See if he will do that with us. That'd be awesome. Again, I'm going to try and do that. See what he says. No, maybe. Yes, I don't know. Either way, at least we'll know where we can go from there. I'm going to try to contact some people I know from CZW. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Danny Havoc. Mr. Juggalo Championship, coming for you, bro. Yes, I'm going to try to see if he'll join us for a little while. And I'm going to be honest with y'all people. He's going to be uncensored. He's going to be a little live wired. And he's probably going to be drunk. So
awesome.
So, you know, I'm going to take that with a grain of salt. Because that man, if you don't know who Danny Havoc is, I suggest you YouTube this gentleman. He is a king of hardcore. He is a king of death matches. He will thumbtack your mother inside of a suicide bomb with razor wire. He don't care. But he is living insanity. And I am talking Danny Havoc up. So, awesome. Danny, when you hear this and you see my face, hit us up on YouTube, bro, or hit me up on Facebook. Miss you, bro. All the best to you, especially in CZW. Oh, yeah, by the way, kill Devin Moore for us. Put him in a hospital. Anyway, that's all I have to say with that. Continue on with this great catchphrase of all time, Mr. Bozzy, sir, and I apologize for taking up everybody's time.
I've lost it. Don't forget, sorry, guys, and this is how we're going to end it. Thanks, Mike, for joining us once again. Like you said, we've got some great guests, hopefully going to be coming on the show soon. And to be honest, this show has only just started. So we understand that we are fluctuating through views at the moment. That's all good. We're still starting to get this whole channel, this whole new show, this whole new type of channel up and running. So guys, I've already done the subscribe. You already know my links and stuff are in the description. Don't forget, like always, keep smiling because you are so worth it. Peace.
Awesome.
Catches.